What is up, guys? Jake from OneHive here with the next Coffee and Clash video. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. I know I'm going to have a good one. Hopefully, to get you started off right. Grab you a cup of coffee, pop on the Coffee and Clash, watch some sweet attacks, and maybe, just maybe, get your question answered on the video. So let's get right into it. Before we get the first question, though, please leave me questions for future Coffee and Clash videos. I love it. I love you guys' questions. I love answering them. And also just giving you a chance to have a little spotlight on the video here. So the first one comes to us from Ferris Ammer. Since the question, who was it most painful to say goodbye to from your clan out of all the great players you had? Leave OneHive. Man, we have, if you think back, I wish I'd kept a list of it. If you think back about all the amazing players that have either left just to go to modding clans or just retired from the game, I mean, we've had the who's who of Clash of Clans, in my opinion, come through OneHive or one of the OneHive family clans. So it really has been a lot of people. But probably the one that I was just closest to was Rex, simply because he was the one that was leading the clan when I came up, and we did the videos together, and we just had a lot of interaction between him and I, and it was probably, I felt like that was the biggest loss for me personally, as far as like, hey, I lost a friend that doesn't play the game anymore and that I don't really communicate with anymore. So that sucks. But there's been a lot of them. There's been a lot of great people come through the clan, so it's not easy to pick one, honestly. Braz, CNC, if Supercell won't end modding, how do you feel about if they just put on the profile if you're modding or not modding? I think that's an interesting thing, and I would definitely be for it. If they came out and said, hey, what do you guys think about this? I would vote yes, because at least it ends one negative aspect of it, which is the closet modding and the, oh, well, OneHive is full of closet modders and so is full of closet modders, and that's a modded attack and blah, blah, blah. If they are, there's a big red symbol next to their name, and we can be 100% fair play if we so choose to. That would be a great benefit to the game, I think. Now, obviously, that would not be my first choice, but given, just a few maybe options, that would definitely be one I would like to see explored. I do believe they can detect it. I don't know that for 100% fact, but I've heard enough things said that I feel like they can. And they ought to just mark everyone's account where we can say, hey, we do want to be 100% fair play. We don't want anybody in our clan, and if they're there, they get removed. So it would be a step in the right direction, at least for the fair play community. Caleb Austin, CNC, what do you say on Inferno Towers only reducing heal instead of fully preventing it, just reducing it by half or so? I would be up for any Inferno Tower nerf. It's such a ridiculously strong defense, and it is one of the major reasons that for the last 2 years that Town Hall 10 has been unbalanced. Now, I do think with the recent buffs to Hogs and Valks and all of that good stuff, that Town Hall 10 is coming into line, and I want to see, I say give it a month. Let's see what kind of attacks are developed in the next month. Once all these Town Hall 10s develop, they get their troops upgraded, they get a chance to play with them, they get a chance to test some things out and see what they can come up with. I think you're going to see some really, really nice stuff in Town Hall 10 with the Govahos and just, maybe some Mouse Valk attacks, maybe some Govalos. You never know what you're going to come up with these great Town Hall 10 attackers when they get these new troops and new things in their hands. Obviously, hero levels are always a big deal at Town Hall 10. You've got to have high hero levels if you want to be 3-star in Town Hall 10s, even every once in a while, honestly. So that's a big thing that I'd like to see is maybe that difficulty brought down to where someone with maybe 30 heroes has a chance. They have a chance, sort of like a Town Hall 9. If you got 20 heroes, you got a pretty good shot of 3-starring a maxed out Town Hall 9. If you're a 35 heroes at Town Hall 10, you basically have very little shot of 3-starring a maxed out Town Hall 10. So we'll see, but give me a month and I'll give you my opinion on Town Hall 10 and what should be done. But obviously, I think it's a great idea. Half heal being effective on your troops with a heal spell, or your healers on your queen, doing half heal in the stream of an Inferno Tower. I like the sound of that. I think it would be great. Lorenzo what is that? Porpiglia? Hope I said that right. Jake, what's your opinion about the bowler? Do you think it's going to be used often by Town Hall 10 in new strategies, our Town Hall 10 attacks will be just Queen Walk Laloon as always. Well, I don't think it's going to be Queen Walk Laloon as always, but I really haven't spotted a big use for the bowlers. Now, I do think you could see a situation where maybe someone brings 3, maybe 4, take out an air defense that the Queen Walk can't quite get to. You know what I'm saying? So there's a ability to think that the bowlers can attack and the second bounce get into that air defense because they can reach something further than the queen can actually. You know, she has that limit. Their second bounce can actually stretch past that. And so if everything lines up, I think you could see a few attacks that have that, but that's kind of a specific thing. I don't want to say the word gimmick, but kind of a very isolated incident that you would see bowlers used for. I don't see like a mass bowler attack coming in. Could be wrong. Could be wrong, but I haven't seen it yet. Not saying I won't, but I just haven't seen it yet. Tejas Carinade. Since Town Hall 9 isn't, quote, the thing anymore in wars, why doesn't OneHive start recruiting more Town Hall 10s and 11s as Town Hall 10s Plus got offensive buff over after the update? Also, since there are many maxed out Town Hall 9s in OneHive, do the co-leaders in your clan motivate the max 9s to go to 10 where there are more strategic and planned attacks? Thanks and good work as always. Great question. And here's the thing. Two answers. One, we have always had our doors open to Town Hall 10s and 11s. The problem is most Town Hall 10s and 11s want to go to a clan that has a lot of Town Hall 10s and 11s. They get to bounce ideas off of each other. They get to learn from each other. And we haven't had that. Now, I think the more we get, the more you will see apply, the more people that we will draw in, the more the channel reflects that. You're seeing Town Hall 10 strategies and attacks and Town Hall 11 stuff on the channel. That's going to filter into the recruitment, I believe. As far as our Town Hall 9s going up, I can only speculate. Obviously, I hit the button. I'm a Town Hall 10 now, and I'm up and trying to learn some of that stuff and get my troops up. But when it comes to just saying, hey, why aren't more Town Hall 9s and OneHive going up, we don't force people to do it. We let people play how they want to for the most part. It's not like, hey, we're saying, hey, you're maxed, you have to hit the button. I mean, people play this game for fun, and they want, they play how they want to, more or less. So we let them do that. Now, what I think the deterrent is just the daunting farming that awaits. You know, it is so hard to get those troops maxed out, those spells maxed out, those army camps maxed out, those the spell factory, everything you've got to do, those heroes, oh my goodness, the grind from 30 to 40 is insane. And really, to be a very good, effective Town Hall 10 as far as war is concerned with attacking and getting 3 stars, which is what everybody at OneHive wants to do, it is just a monumental task that if you don't pull out the credit card, will take you, I would say, over a year. Conservatively, let's say over a year to go from a max Town Hall 9 to a max Town Hall 10, not even counting walls. I'm not even going to include walls. I'm talking about just troops, defenses, heroes, all of that, over a year. And that is a pretty strong deterrent for a lot of people. They don't have the time, they don't have the drive, they just sort of don't want to. And I think that's probably what's holding a lot of them back, which I completely understand. I spent a lot of money once I got to Town Hall 10, and I'm not even, I mean, yes, I have a lot of offensive capability that a lot of new Town Hall 10s don't have, but I'm still pretty much a scrub when it comes to Town Hall 10. I've got a level 35 queen, level 30 king. That's not going to get you very far. I don't have a lot of maxed out troops. I don't have a lot of maxed out spells. There's still a lot left to do to even be a little bit effective at Town Hall 10. So I think that's a huge deterrent for a lot of our guys and a lot of Town Hall 9s across the board. So we'll see if going forward, if more of them start trickling in, more of them start hitting the button and just sort of embracing that grind. Excuse me. You know, a lot of guys, when they came to OneHive, were, these clashaholics. And because they were already high level Town Hall 9, they've sort of grown accustomed to, and I did too, to where farming just wasn't part of the game. It wasn't part of what you did. It was all about war. It was all about just having fun doing that, planning your attacks, and you didn't have to worry about it besides that. And once you get accustomed to that, it's hard to get your mindset back to, okay, I need to be doing, 6, 7, 8 attacks every day, getting good loot and continuing to keep these builders busy and the spell factory busy and the research upgrade busy and all of that. To get back up there. So we'll see what happens going forward, but that's just my opinion. It's just a guess, but that's my best guess. Thomas Nelson, when I'm queen walking on Town Hall 10 ring bases, my queen always cuts to the inside before walking around. Is there any way to prevent that, or is there just how she works on those bases? I have a guide that will explain to you exactly why she does it. She's completely 100% predictable for the most part. Sometimes there's like fractions of a tile that will throw you off, but for the most part, she is fully predictable. The ultimate queen walk guide for Clash of Clans or something like that is what it's called. You can go to my attack strategy section and watch it. There's a certain number of tiles that she can see. There's a certain number of tiles that she can attack, and it will tell you where she's going to go and when she's going to start shooting at a wall instead of going on to the next trash or defensive structure and or continuing her walk. So watch that video. Hopefully it'll help you with those quick walks. Dylan Willick. Question, now that you are Town Hall 10, will you buy a Town Hall 9 account so that you have access input on both? I will not buy an account because I believe it's against the terms of service. I'll have to go back and reread. I never really paid a lot of attention to that when I read the terms of service, but I'm pretty sure it is against the terms of service to buy an account from someone else, and I wish I could. I really do, because I would have bought a maxed out Town Hall 10 account. I have almost already spent as much on my Town Hall 10 account, and it's not even close to maxed out as a max Town Hall 10 account would cost me. So I would love to buy an account, and I'm not going to break the rules. I'm not going to do it because I preach a lot about it, and I'm going to practice what I preach. So I'm not going to go down that road. But I don't think there's anything wrong with it personally. I would, if it was not against the rules, I would do it in a heartbeat. I would have a max Town Hall 10, and I would have kept my max Town Hall 9. Now, that being said, because of the route that I have to go, I will probably, once I get my Town Hall 10 to where I want it to be, which is, close, if not maxed heroes, maxed offense for the most part, and my Inferno Towers down, I will probably start grinding up, just playing, grinding up my Town Hall 8 account and get it to Town Hall 9 so that I have that access to that content and, maybe that early Town Hall 9 game again where it might still be a challenge and still be fun would be good. So that's my game plan. Hopefully there will be another Town Hall 9 coming up. But I still have access to so much Town Hall 9 content. I mean, still the majority of OneHive is Town Hall 9, so it's not really a problem just yet. But hopefully by the time it becomes a problem, I'll be able to get that account up. Next one here is from Fasting Dude. CC question, do you think with back to 3-minute raid, the little nerfed poison, we will see more Elite 8 content? I love that series. Koro, proud Patreon. Hey man, thank you for the support. Koro, one of my patrons, longtime patrons and longtime supporters and longtime viewers. I know that for a fact. I don't know. I don't know, Koro. I will consider it. To me, Town Hall 8 is still a little bit uninteresting just because the same attack will work on any base. You know what I'm saying? You can pretty much mass hog any base regardless of design. You can still pretty much Dragaloon any base regardless of design, even with the nerfs, even with it back to 3 minutes. That sort of pulls me away from it, but I do know it got a little bit more interesting than it used to be. Used to, it was almost a joke, but with the nerf to the time and the nerf to the poison, it did get a little more interesting, so I would say possibly. I don't have access to a whole lot of Town Hall 8 stuff. I don't know that any of the OneHive clans even really takes Town Hall 8s anymore. So I don't have a whole lot of access to it, but let me just say possibly. But, if things are moving forward, you have to admit that. You have to accept that. Things are moving forward. Things are moving towards Town Hall 10, Town Hall 11. Even Town Hall 9 is becoming, I don't want to say less interesting because I still love it. I mean, obviously it's still a great part of the game, but everything is moving forward, and Town Hall 8 is sort of way behind that curve. So we'll see. I don't want to promise anything either way. And the last question today is from Monster Mags Gaming. Easy question. Considering all the people that have exited the Clash community within the last few months, do you think things like war associations are essentially saving the game, making people hold out long enough for Supercell to finally get it right? Love the channel. Sub since around 2000. Jake, keep up the great work. Man, long time sub. Thank you, OG sub there. Thank you for the long time support. I think it's a great question and a great thought, and I think probably so. I think that fair play wars are propping up this game right now. And you're right. The weight's getting heavy, and people are starting to get really bored with it. they have taken some steps in the right direction, but they need to move about 4 times as fast as they're moving now to save the game, in my opinion. So hopefully they are doing that. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Hopefully they're doing that, and if they do, then yeah, I think they owe a big thanks to these associations, to the to RWCA, the DWA, the Fair Play community, all these organizations that have kept this game going, kept it interesting. Because you don't know how many people have told me the only reason I play this game anymore is for arranged wars. That's it. That's the only reason. There's nothing else for me, and I understand how they feel. So hopefully things continue to get better. Supercell keeps going down the path they've been going and redoubles those efforts to make it right, to where people love the game again and they're not just sort of holding out. So yeah, great question. Thank you for that. All right, guys, that is it. Thank you for all the questions. Please leave me questions for the next one. Until then, Jake from OneHive, doing my very best to help you guys suck less.